Hello and welcome to round 15 of Grand Prix Boston Worcester. We have quite a match for you. Shota Yasooka on the left-hand side of your screen, sporting a red, blue, green deck, facing off against Michael Jacob, the darkest mage on the right-hand side of your screen, representing the Stream Team, and he's playing a blue-white control deck. I'm Ben Swartz, joined here in the booth by Ray Punzlon.
Hello, everybody. We're looking at both of these players. They have 2 losses. They need a win out to make top 8. We are watching in between rounds. Michael Jacob pull out a squeaker against a red-green aggro deck, able to eventually bring out his Stormtide Leviathan to take down the win. So, Michael's going down to 5.
Oh, wow. That can't bode well, although for his sort of slow deck, going down to 5 isn't as crippling as it is for some of the aggressive strategies in this format.
And also, he has a lot of cards that will buy him time, like we talked about, the Fog Banks. Shota doesn't actually have too many ways to deal with a Fog Bank. He has the one Flames of Firebrand, and let me see here, the Prey Upon as well. Now, I'm looking over here. Plummet, Fog Bank, does it have flying or could just block flying creatures?
I believe it has flying.
Okay, so he has a Plummet as well in addition to that.
To get rid of the Fog Banks, but Plummet does not get rid of the Stormtide Leviathan from Michael Jacob. Thank you, Rusty.
So 5 he goes. See if Michael will be happy with these.
Yeah, Michael Jacob looks at his 5 cards. 2 lands, 2 divinations, and War Falcon. So he's going to keep it. War Falcon, first turn. That'll be able to buy him some time if he really needs to.
Not a bad 5, I'd say.
Yeah, for sure. A Fog Bank off the top. So MJ just needs another land.
Yeah, one
to be able to cast those divinations.
He'll be good to go.
Evolving Wilds and Forests is all Shota plays. Is that another Fog Bank for Michael? Yes, and it looks like he's going to cast another Fog Bank. That will buy him tons of time to get out of his 2-card deficit. Evolving Wilds will hit the bin, and Shota will search up one of his 3 colors here. Looks like he's going to get an island. He's going to shuffle his deck. Shota's sporting Final Fantasy sleeves in preparation for a card game he's designing, a Final Fantasy card game. So,
oh, that's really sweet. I know some people are asking about that, or we were talking about that earlier, along with Maxim Call
came over. Yeah, Water Courser comes down for Shota Yasooka, but not going to be able to get in for very much thanks to the Fog Banks. And Michael Jacob finds his 3rd land to be able to cast one of his 2 divinations in his hand.
Divinations grab the island and the plains off it.
So it doesn't look like MJ will be having much mana trouble in the near future. Now I believe I see a Flames of the Firebrand in Shota's hand. Or a Chandra's Fury. I can't quite get it. Oh look, it's interesting though that Shota decides to play Yeva's Nature Herald main phase. That card has Flash.
Well, he doesn't want to get Essence scattered out. So definitely just get that through. Let's get it before while Michael's tapped out.
That makes sense. Looks like MJ is going to cast another divination. Drew him an Aven Squire along with another card I didn't quite get a chance to see. But Shota's going to follow up that Yeva by Prey Upon it and Fog Bank, taking out one of the Fog Banks and then starting to beat in for some damage. Michael Jacob's going to only take 2 from the Water Courser, blocking the Yeva Nature's Herald. He's going to fall to 18 because of that, and he's going to go back to his turn.
No, he didn't pump the Water Cursor, right? That was... So what can we be seeing over here from Shota?
Maybe
another flash green creature, of course.
Oh, sure. Aven Squire comes down for Michael Jacob. Michael Jacob's going to finally be able to attack with his War Falcon. Aven Squire is a soldier, so that's going to take Shota Yasooka down to 18. And then an Incrust on the Yeva. End of turn, though. A Centaur Courser comes down for Shota. So he'll continue to be able to bring in the beats. We see Shota hit his 3rd color by playing a Mountain.
Looks like he has a Flames of Firebrand that'll take out 2 of Michael's guys.
And that will allow Shota to come in for 6 damage, dropping Michael down to 12.
Yeah, Shota has only 2 ways to deal with Fog Bank. And we're right there.
He also has a Plummet, so...
Oh, yeah, forgot about that.
But now he has no answers to Stormtide Leviathan if Mike has enough time to cast it.
Mike's only at 12 life here, and he's... See what he's staring at right now. He has a...
Healer of the Pride.
Oh, yep, Healer of the Pride there. Help him recover some life.
But not until the following turn. Shota will be able to get in with his Centaur Courser. Michael's going to take it, yeah. Go down to 9 life. Now Michael needs something. He's going to untap, draw with 6 mana at his disposal.
And remember, Michael did double mulligan this game on the play.
But he's still completely in it thanks to those double divinations. Those pair of divinations. Another Attendant Knight comes down. Healer of the Pride is going to net Michael Jacob 4 life.
And then, is that a Ring of Thune?
Well, let's see. Looks like he's going to cast it. Ring of Thune, you're right. And he's going to go ahead and equip it to the Attendant Knight, give it Vigilance, and allow it to start growing. That first strike creature currently is a 2/2. It's going to be a 3/3 at the end of the next turn, or by next turn. Fairy Invaders comes down in a flash on Shota's side at the end of Michael Jacobs' turn.
So I believe Michael now is at 13. I think Michael's at 13 after the life gain. So here's what Shota's thinking of. He goes all in right here.
Attacks with all 3 of his creatures, a 2/3, a 3/3, and a 3/3. The Water Courser can grow to become a 3/2. So how does Michael Jacob want to block here? What can he play around? Can he just take it? I don't think so. He's got to be wary of at least a Chandra's Fury, right?
Yeah, maybe both of the men on Centaur.
Healer of the Pride and the Soldier Truck can block the Centaur Courser and trade off with it. Water Courser pumps up to deal Michael Jacob 6 damage, dropping him to 7. And Rummaging Goblin comes down for Shota Yasooka before he passes the turn back to Michael Jacob. Michael Jacob will add a counter to the Attendant Knight. Will become a 3/3 first striker.
Yeah, still a little far away from Stormtide Leviathan mana.
Yep, only 6 mana right now, so he needs 2 more to be able to cast the 8 mana Stormtide Leviathan. Well, Michael Jacob's content getting a little aggro with his creatures here. He's going to attack Shota for 6. And play a Sarah Angel after combat. Shota on only 1 life.
Wow, Michael's really making a lot of this 5-card hand he started off with. Those divinations really helped him pull out quickly, and then Shota had to use all his removal off the fog banks.
Looks like Rummaging Goblin's going to throw away a forest. Does Shota have what it takes to be able to defeat Michael Jacob? Oh, I guess Michael Jacob put Shota to 11?
Oh. I guess
we had the life totals a little confused. Michael Jacob himself is at 7. Okay, that makes more sense.
Okay.
I was curious.
I thought we missed something, but glad to know we're on the same page here now.
Michael Jacob draws for his turn, surveys the board.
So it makes most sense just to come in with just Sarah Angel. We have to worry about Titanic growth, plummet, which either way will be an issue. Any other? I don't even think there's a Titanic growth in Shota's deck, but Michael doesn't know that. So Shota does have a sleep in his hand, it looked like.
Okay.
With sleep, is that enough damage with sleep?
Well, he's missing a second blue source to be able to cast that sleep. He only has 1 island in play. Sleep, of course, costs 2 colorless and 2 blue mana to cast.
Yeah.
So Shota's looking for that second island in order to cast sleep. I believe sleep here is the game.
If you play sleep, it does lock up the game.
Unless Michael Jacob has a couple of creatures to play, but it doesn't look like it.
Was going to move its Ring of Thune, it looks like.
Back over to the Attendant Knight. He attacked in with his Sarah Angel to put Shota down to 6 life. Shota did not want to jump off with the Fairy Invaders.
So he's going to move it there. I kind of like making the Sarah Angel 6 power, so he's forced to chump it.
But Michael puts the Ring of Thune on the Attendant Knight. End of turn, Flinthoof Boar. End of turn, Primal Hunt Beast, all thanks to Yeva, which is over there by the Encrust. And Shota, at end of turn, is creating an army.
Yeah, there was 5 more power added, or 6 more power added to the board. Let's see. Michael has 4 creatures to block, though.
Shota considering his attacks, trying to figure out what Michael Jacob's thinking about, what he might block with, how he might block. Counting up, can he attack this turn and get in some points of damage? We'll turn to Slag first on the Sarah Angel. Take that out of the picture. And now Shota, will he attack? If he attacks with the Primal Hunt Beast, the Fairy Invaders, and the Flint Hoof Boar, that's 9 damage. I don't think he wants to attack with the Flint Hoof Boar, though, because that can get blocked by the 3/3 first striking attendant. It looks like Shota's just going to attack with the Fairy Invaders and drop Michael Jacob down to 4 life.
So let's see, Michael draws here. Draws a plane, so...
That's not what he wanted to see.
So Michael probably wants to play a land, because if he could live 1 more turn, he could go ahead and peel the Stormtide Leviathan.
Sure. You think that's what he's going to play to? Play to his 1 out?
Yeah, is there
I'm not sure if he has another choice. Does he have a planar cleansing or?
Doesn't have a planar cleansing. Oh, does Michael not? Oh, he doesn't play the land, so he can't even play to the Stormtide Leviathan.
Rummaging Goblin will discard a forest for Shota. Shota will tap 4 and play Tricks of the Trade on his hexproof creature, the Primal Hunt Beast. Michael Jacob will scoop it up, and we'll see a second game. Shota Yasooka takes the first game here of round 15 of Grand Prix Boston Worcester.
Oh, and the Stormtide Leviathan was on top of the deck.
Wow.
So if he played that land and then was given another turn, he'd be able to win the game there, but didn't matter. Shota had the Tricks of the Trade turn early. Michael was just sitting with 2 lands in his hand. Though I'm kind of surprised he didn't end up playing that land.
Yeah. Interesting play, but that's just one of a 3-game match, potentially 3-game match. We'll have game 2 for you guys shortly. Wow, what a game.
Let's see. Michael has us looking at his sideboard here. There's an Augur of Bola sitting in the board. I guess he doesn't have enough targets. He has a Show of Valor that he's thumbing through as well.
Harbor Serpent.
Harbor Serpent. Well, I think the Harbor Serpent most definitely will come in.
Harbor Serpent seems good not only because Shota's playing blue, but also because it's a big enough creature that can battle with some of Shota's larger green creatures.
See what kind of cards Michael will plan to take out.
There we get a good look at Shota Yasooka. Max McCall of Wizards of the Coast R&D looking on in the game, seeing his work in action. You can see in the background Cedric, this Cell Dweller, playing in his feature match against Shaheen Sorani. There you get a good look at another Stream Team member, Michael Jacob. Looking through his stack, looking through his sideboard, trying to make the optimal choice, the optimal configuration.
Shota is the only remaining member of the Players' Championship in contention for top 8, I believe. So he got a top 8 here. He has a great tournament this coming week.
That's one of the criticisms of Shota is that, for example, at Pro Tour Avicen Restored in Barcelona, he had an outrageous standard record. And it was only his blemish, his record in the limited portion, in the draft portion, that kept him from top 8. When the Hall of Fame ballots came, there were a couple of Japanese players that were pushing for Shota because of how many Pro Tour top 16s he's got. He only has 1 Pro Tour top 8, which was the criticism that many of the American players gave. But he is a force to be reckoned with in Constructed, and you can see that he's taken some time off, tried to improve his limited game here. He's still in contention of top 8 of a limited Grand Prix.
Yeah, so he's probably did a lot of Magic Online testing. He's been traveling around. Shuhei, who else was in his group with him? Yuya, I'm sure.
Shuhei and Yuya.
I'm sure they've done a lot of M13 drafts in preparation for the Players' Championship as well.
Yeah, Shota here. If he can go ahead and lock up another top 8, that might show that he has taken the time off and improved his limited game, might be able to do very, very well at Pro Tour return to Ravnica. Michael Jacob not playing in the Players' Championship, but still looking to lock up another Grand Prix top 8. I believe if he top 8s this one, it would be his 3rd Grand Prix top 8. If he goes ahead and top 8s this one.
Let's see if we'll have no mulligans this time around.
Yeah, as we saw last game, Michael Jacob went ahead and mulliganed down to 5 cards, which didn't completely cripple him thanks to divination. But looks like both players are going to keep their 7-card hands.
And Michael, I believe, has a fog bank in his hand.
Yep. Turn to Fog Bank. Michael Jacob's going to go ahead and cast that, and Shota Yasooka is going to go ahead and cast Elvish Visionary.
Michael drew a Crusade of Ordric for the turn.
He's still stuck on white mana, no plains in his hand. And looks like he doesn't even have a 4th land, so he's going to have to pass it back.
On the other side, Shota has all his colors.
Yep, all 3 of his colors. Shota Yasooka is going to attack in with his 2/1/1 elves, and Michael Jacob's going to go ahead and block one of them with a Fog Bank, taking 1, going down to 19 life. Looks like Michael Jacob drew a Fog Bank for the turn, but he's going to go ahead and leave his mana untapped to counter an end of turn Yeva from Shota Yasooka. Yasooka is going to make the same attack this turn, and then let's see what he goes ahead and does.
He has access to 5 mana now, and goes with the Fairy Invaders before. He main phases it because he doesn't want to run into another Essence Scatter.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Michael Jacob's deck. He does have 1 more in the deck. I don't know if it's in his hand or not. Now he's still stuck on 3 land.
Yeah. Now Michael Jacob will go ahead and cast that Fog Bank, which might tip Shota Yasooka off to say that he doesn't have the a second Essence Scatter in his hand.
And there's a Prey Upon used to handle one of the Fog Banks last game. Shota's going to be able to squeeze in 2 damage past the Fog Bank.
And Shota passes the turn back with Michael Jacob sitting on 16 life.
He gets the 4th land, but it's an island. Doesn't have access to his white spells just yet. There's the 3rd Fog Bank.
Michael Jacob goes ahead and casts a 3rd Fog Bank, as you said. Passes it back. That will buy him some time.
Yeah, instead of getting pecked for a lot of damage. Oh, there's a plummet.
Shota Yasooka goes ahead and plummets one of the Fog Banks and gets in for how much damage? Looks like it's going to be 5 damage, dropping Michael Jacob down to 11 life.
So Michael right now needs, another island. Michael's not finding anything here.
Ring of Thune, that's not going to do him very good. Michael Jacob goes ahead and passes the turn back to Shota. Shota gets in again with all of his creatures, dealing Michael Jacob another 5, dropping him down to 6 life. Shota passes the turn back.
There's not much Michael could do here. He has, he drew the tome, not going to do anything for him. He has an Essence Scatter in the hand that he could
cast JMD Tome. He gets another turn, probably attacks.
Falls to 1.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go ahead and see what Michael Jacob draws for his last turn. Another white card, not a plains.
Oh,
that's going to do him in, and Shota Yasooka goes ahead and takes the match 2-0 over Michael Jacob. There you get a good look at Shota Yasooka, still in contention for top 8. Condolences to Michael Jacob.
Yeah, looked a little frustrated there. Didn't get any access to white land.